Remember, they're changing my voice. I know the white Jew and LGBT community insists that their groups are the most disassociated in the psychological construct. But those of them with the most sense, I'm sure they can agree that it should be said again and again that I am not like the white man, the Jew, the LGBT community, first and foremost, and I'm not like anyone else. Okay? They edit my pictures. They try to make it so I seem effeminate and so on and so forth. I can easily show you that I am the bread of life, the light of the world, the gate, the good shepherd, the Messiah, the Alpha and the Omega, the way, the truth, the life, the first and the last, the true life, the true vine, the mighty warrior, the heavenly warrior, the most excellent of men, most handsome of men. And again, it's not that effeminate kind of crypto Jew look or whatever they're trying to make it look like. That's not the most handsome. Because they keep insisting on putting their spirits and their looks into my picture, so to speak, the image of it, I have to say that the most excellent man, most handsome man couldn't be white, Jewish, or LGBT. Okay? You people disgrace yourselves far beyond words when you edit my pictures to try to confuse that. Very immature, even if no one saw my videos. Very immature. That's your message to God on behalf of your people. Very, very immature, very disgraceful. I am him who holds the 7 stars in his right hand and walks among the 7 golden lampstands. I am the first and the last who died and came back again. He who has a sharp double-edged sword. Now these things have hidden meaning. There is no magical meaning, no theater art meaning. I don't believe that at all. Okay, I believe that it is referring to something that this idea is superimposed on. Okay, it's referring to a bunch of things that these ideas are superimposed on. Except for times when they say the way, the truth, and the life. The way to live your life is how I live my life. The way to heaven. I'm the gate, how to get to heaven. He who has the sharp double-edged sword. Notice Christ is referred to him who has the sharp double-edged sword. The heavenly warrior defeats the beast in Revelation 19. That's how the section is labeled. In Psalm 45, the mighty one, New Living Translation, mighty warrior. Most excellent of men, most handsome of men. Okay? This is a martial art description. I think it's going to be some pretty boy from Europe. And, this is a knight or a prince. I mean, give me a break, right? Grow up. The reality of it is that they're colonial people. And those titled people among them are horrible, horrible, oppressive people. And then nothing has changed. Okay? Nothing ever will change in that regard. Proverbs 12:18. The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing, right? The actions of the reckless, those who do not obey God through me. The sharp double-edged sword. Okay, the gate came to bring a fire, came to bring sword, right? I believe it's Luke who says it came to bring a fire, and how he wished it was already kindled. Okay, the character in the story that's superimposed on me. So I am the gate in which God's fire comes through and burns the world. The earthquake that killed all those people in Turkey and Syria is nothing on what I'm going to do and what I've done already to the souls of people who do not obey God through me. He who has eyes like blazing fire, like burnished bronze, he who holds the 7 spirits of God and 7 stars. He who is holy and true has the keys of David. What I open, no one can shut, and what I shut, no one can open. At times, it becomes very obvious that it could only be me. If you're really paying attention, it's every single one of these titles is very obvious that it could only be me. The keys of David. Okay? The keys of David. David versus Goliath. David leading the Jews in the story on a warrior mission. It's the idea of the keys of the top martial arts, right? What did they say in 2 Samuel 5 at the beginning? What did they say in 2 Samuel 5 at the beginning? He said, you are the one who led us on our military campaigns. Not some theater arch sissy. Not some cowards who resorted to sabotaging the most righteous person ever, who colonized the world and raped everybody and so on and so forth, and their despicable modern warfare and their pathetic, Western arts, martial arts, okay? So-called martial arts. But you, okay? The actual idea, the real idea, even the word Israel is a play on words for Israel. It's Israel scrambled. See, what I shut, no one can open. After I die, people are sealed in hell. There's 7 seals. It's sealed. The die is cast. What I shut, no one can open. Not all of you together scrambling with all your hearts to pray to God, no one can open. What I open, the abyss after I die, because you people chose to rebel. You chose hell. You chose door B, so to speak. You chose to reinvent yourselves in a world where the dominant language in the world, right? English, okay? The word prepare is pre-rape scramble, okay? And prep A-R-E-R, who you are. In Exodus 3, God revealed himself to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, go tell the Jews, I am has sent me to you. He said, will be the sign that I am your God, that you will worship on this mountain. The mountain symbolizes, there's warrior implications, fortresses implications. It's receiving the commandments. Mount Sinai, Mount Horeb, Mount Zion. Babylon's referred to as a mountain. Okay, it says, in the way that you live your life, in the warrior spirit that you're in the way you serve God, that will give away that God is leading you. Okay. The Amen, the faithful and true witness, the ruler of God's creation, also has implications on height. However, you don't have to be tall to serve God, but it says, what are you talking about? Tall, king, alpha, bout. Okay, it's fucking retarded not to see it that way. Okay, this is what God chose for mankind. That's simply how it is. People act like bitches and say, no, you're doing it based on who's tar, and start crying or something. Look, no one is qualified to lead after I'm gone anyway. So it doesn't matter. If I said, well, say I was green, I said it was greener or something, or who is the green one? Okay, and with the other characteristics, right? Something. We're talking about something, some total thing. Okay, finish line is a play on words for his knife line. And of course, the occult filth, they want to lie about it. So the word lie is scrambled in the word line. Now, if you get confused by the wordplay or the Bible, this is also what these people don't tell you. Go back to the common sense, what is right, what is wrong. Whenever you get confused and you say, I don't know what to do, I don't know if I should believe him, go back to the drawing board and write down what is right and what is wrong. Is it right to follow the neo-colonialists and their propaganda and who they present as a leader? Is it right to follow their controlled opposition? That's we feel the same way as you do about the governing class. Yes, you should follow us, even though we obviously work for the governing class. We're in their social clubs and secret societies and Boy Scout groups and fucking community groups and whatever the fuck group they're part of. Corporate groups, social groups, political groups. Is it right to say, well, he's cussing because we keep harassing him and we won't help him, and he gets frustrated in his videos, and these guys don't cuss, and they do a polite presentation in their churches that is allowed in a dog-eat-dog, blood money, rape cult society. I mean, think about it. This is not rocket science here. God expects you to know damn well that you should obey God through me because it's 1 + 1 = 2 type of stuff here. These people, the white Jew and LGBT community, they come time and time again. They provoke me every single day, time and time again. They come from out of town. They come from out of state. They probably come from other countries. Just to provoke me and harass me and torture me, in a sense and to some degree. On their way to eternal punishment as the greatest losers in human history. Think about it. There's nothing they can do about it. Is it right to say, I'm going to go follow them? I'm going to play stupid about them? Is it right that you think God would choose one of them? You think he would choose a token minority? You think he would choose someone who seems like one of them? That's why they edit my pictures. Because there's two effects. One, if you're less than 1% of people who's dumb enough to believe that God would choose one of them and someone in their spirit, that you say, hey, it's their spirit. Two, if you're from the vast majority of people who knows that that's fucking insane and God would never choose you and tell you to follow their spirit and their way and their type and their people, that when they blur the line, that the idea is to try to shed doubt on my argument and try to pretend that, oh, it couldn't be him, and it's fucking retarded.